Love It's Random Life! What's up, Random Lifers? I want to talk to you a little bit about something called mind mapping. Now, if you're watching this video and you're a former student of mine, you probably will think this looks familiar. I've called it in the past making bubble charts.
Oh no.
So when we would do this before, it was something that I kind of put together. I had seen some things like it, but I really didn't know that there was actually a concept built around this called mind mapping. So the more that I've gotten into studying how to help students study, the more that I've seen, well, this is actually a really good method. So here's the idea. When you take notes, when you're sitting in class, you're really focused on recording information, right? So when you think about taking notes, it's very just data on a page, line after line after line, and there's a lot of really good note-taking methods out there. But this is where you take your notes, and then you're going to sit down and you're going to map that out in a way that is very visual. So mind mapping looks like this. Let's take a look. You're going to need a couple of things. Obviously, your notes, your content from class, whatever it is that you're trying to study. But you're going to need a sheet of paper, whether it's loose leaf, computer paper, doesn't matter. Something to write with, like a pen. And you're definitely going to want a variety of highlighters. Color pencils will work, anything like that. So let's start with something that everybody knows that's not necessarily academic, and that's Disney movies. So we're going to start with a central topic, and then we're going to branch out. So let's say that you're studying cell mitosis, right? You're studying the biology of a cell. So that might be your main topic. Let's say that it's social studies and you're studying a particular region of Africa or sub-Saharan Africa. That might be in the middle. But whatever's in the middle in the box, that's going to be your main topic, which for us right now is going to be Disney movies. Now, I'm going to branch off into a handful of subtopics, like main subtopics. And so I'm going to break these into early classics, which is 1977 and before. I know that's arbitrary, but I kind of went and looked at a list of Disney movies, and for me, I kind of referenced my own childhood and said, okay, it's 1977 and earlier. A whole category for princess movies all by themselves. Pixar, so we get in the mid-90s, the Pixar movies, so that's like a whole branch of Disney movies. We'll add animated, like non-Pixar movies. And then we'll add some live-action Disney movies. And I threw in the Disney Channel just to have another branch in there. So those are going to be our main branches off of our main topic, which is Disney movies. So let's take a look at early classics, anything 1977 and before. I'm going to break those into smaller categories, something that's live-action and something that's animated. So off of the live-action, we've got Bedknobs and Broomsticks. That was 1971. Mary Poppins, Old Yeller. And then off the animated bubble, things like Jungle Book, Lady and the Tramp, and 101 Dalmatians. So you can see I'm kind of making smaller and smaller categories as I go. If I jump over to Princess, obviously I'm not nearly exhausting the library of Disney movies, just hitting some of the classics. Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Little Mermaid, Pocahontas, Moana, Frozen. So kind of the gambit of some of the more popular ones. Just in the little Pixar corner here, I threw in a handful. Toy Story, the original, Bugs Life, Cars. As I move over to my non-Pixar animated, I just put 3 on there. Oliver and Company, Lion King, Hercules. Now, on my live action, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make a few that are just general live action. And then, of course, we've got 2 giant live action categories here more recently in Star Wars and Marvel. So I put some categories off of that. For live action, I put Mighty Ducks and The Big Green. That was from my childhood. But then off of Star Wars, I put just, since Disney acquired the rights to both Star Wars and Marvel, I put for Star Wars The Force Awakens, Solo, obviously there's more that we could have added there. The same thing for Marvel, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Iron Man 3, Avengers. And then just for fun with the Disney Channel, some crowd favorites here. We've got Halloween Town, Brink, and Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century. Now, we could stop there. But we're going to want to take our highlighters and we can color code this thing to make it not only visually represented, but now I can see it literally in color. So what I've done for the princesses, I highlighted in pink. For Pixar, I chose green. Animated non-Pixar, yellow. Live action, I went with a dark blue, kind of purple. For the Disney Channel movies, I went with orange. And then early classics, kind of that light blue. So literally what I've done, I've taken a main topic and then I've branched off of it and I've made a mind map. Literally, I kind of traced my thoughts and made these different categories so I can visualize Disney movies. Okay, now that we've seen what that looks like with a topic that's pretty common to everybody, let's take something more academic and apply it to that. Say the Mesoamerican cultures of Central and South America. I started with a graphic organizer that I made where the central topic in the middle, Mesoamerican cultures, surrounded by the subtopics of Olmec, Maya, Aztec, and Inca. And then I've also added on the right side a map of Mexico, Central, and South America. That way I can color coordinate not only the mind map itself, but the actual map where these cultures were located. Now, as I move into each specific subtopic, I put their general time frame, their general location, and then any other specific info. For instance, the Olmec are known for carving these giant stone heads, the size of a massive boulder, but it's a human head. The Mayans, same thing, general time frame and location. And then I mentioned Chichen Itza, which is one of their most famous stone temples. As we get to the Aztec, again, same thing. This is when we get the Spanish conquering and colonial period. Capital city Tenochtitlan on Lake Texcoco. And then lastly, the Incan Empire, where I mentioned several things, including their original name, which would be the Incan language, Tawantinsuyu, or 4 parts. And then I mentioned their capital city of Cusco. And then you'll see in this image that I've got not only the mind map itself color coordinated, I also have the chart at the top matching with those colors, and you see the areas highlighted on the map. So same concept we did before, but now it's with something more academic, and that is your mind map. If you've never tried this strategy before, give it a shot. Again, it's really good because if you can visualize something that's really just text-based in a binder, well, you're going to be much more capable when it comes to taking a test. If the goal is to really take something, comprehend it well, and then add a memorization component to that after the comprehension, mind mapping is a great tool. So I want to encourage everybody to try it. Thanks for watching. Kwanzaa, dudes.